I thought what I'd do is show a video with different lies, but using the same technique. So I'm going to play a ball off this hard pan. I'm going to play a ball off a kind of normal lie, say bit of grass maybe, and then a ball from thicker grass. And it's how far's this? About 50 yards?
You got 52 yards.
52 yards, there you go. But I want to talk about the technique first, because contrary to what people think, you don't have to be varying your technique too much. Yes, when you become kind of, I suppose, more comfortable and you want to really master it and vary the kind of releases and ultimately develop that repertoire and master over the short game. Yeah, we can do that, of course. But first of all, can we use a kind of a trusted technique that's going to be good enough just to get us out of these lies first and foremost, and then we can start to get a little bit more intricate with it. But what we're going to do, we're going to play it with a straight face. And you'd think off this lie, with a straight face and a steep angle of attack, you'd think it'd dig. And yes, it would, if you don't push off the ground. There, my low point is below the ground. So yeah, that's probably not going to be a very consistent way of striking a ball. I'm going to be hit and miss. But as soon as I push off the ground, I'm swinging down and steep, but my arc height is rising because I'm pushing off the floor. So now I'm using the bounce as well, but I've got a leading edge that's digging. With the ball in the middle, my weight favouring my lead side, and as I'm swinging, shifting or tilting the swing arc this way, by literally swaying this way to the target, I can now ensure my low point's forward, steep angle of attack, leading edge, and I can push and extend. So the worst case scenario is it's going to bounce like a divot through and create a divot through the ground. So if we take the ball now and place it on one of these lies, and I shift, ball in the centre, shift the low point forward, and I'm just going to make sure I swing down. So I'm going to swing up and down, pretty steep. And it's not digging because we're going to push off. So this should go 50 yards, hopefully, roughly. Weight forward, ball in the middle, vertical swing. So we're working with the swing weight, not against it. You can see the club's back here, it wants to fall this way. Here it wants to fall that way in front. So I'm working with the swing weight, leading edge, square, forward, standing up. Job's a good one. Now I took a bit more divot than I expected, but with a low point forward, and even pushing off the floor and extending, that enabled me to take the divot. I got a good contact with the ball because the low point was forward. I'm pushing off, getting that effortless, if you like, power from the ground because I'm using the vertical, and I can let the club swing, and I'm on the green. Now with the grass, ball's sitting up a little bit more, I can use a bit of bounce. What I'm going to do is I'm still going to keep that leading edge square so it can cut through the grass, and the push off, which extends the body, is going to raise the swing arc and it's going to shallow the swing out. So by pushing off, I'm actually shallowing the swing, not trying to shallow the swing with an early release, an excessive release. So I can still strike down while I'm pushing off the floor and raising the swing arc. So it's the same thing, square face, can even lean the shaft forward, weight on the left, lean forward, stay forward, let the club swing up so we can let the club drop. Same thing. Onto the green, probably about 6 or 8 foot away that one. I got away with that nicely. We're going to make sure we get enough club head speed, make sure we swing steep enough so we're not introducing all this contact with the grass before the ball, but we're going to push off to get more force using the ground which will translate into more speed, but it's essentially the same thing. All I've got to do is make sure I stay left, for me, lead side. I'm going to widen my stance a bit just for stability. Lead side, nice and steep. Notice how early the wrists cock. We're just literally throwing the club up straight away. And as we throw it up, the body goes forward to the target. It's the wrecking ball. And that's how we're accelerating the club back as we shift forward. So here we go, square face. I'm not trying to use any bounce. That all gets used by me pushing off and releasing. And the angle of attack's going to be steep. I'm on the green. And that's worked through the grass nicely. I had to use quite a lot of push off to get the speed and to ensure the club got through the grass. But I've used the same technique for that lie, this lie, and this lie. So straight away we've got a tried and tested, trusted method that we can practice, hone our skills. Don't have to spend hours on the short game. Just go and practice this one technique, which will give you license to play from different lies, build that confidence, and we can develop that repertoire and start to try opening the face, moving the ball, lots of different kind of variations to it. But this is like a start, a baseline, like kind of foundation to it that you can trust and build a short game on.